How do I play Recettear? Ah, for the love of... She is still asleep. Is this a tutorial fairy? Is this Navi? Does she really not understand how important today is? Reset. Right. Okay, sure. If my fairy is named Tear, obviously my main character is going to be named Recette. Wait, is that pronounced Recettear? Like the mole in Animal Crossing? Merple, which is a hell of a word. Can't eat another bite. But I can always find room for yummy candy. Mimble Werble. Are the onomatopoeias any better in Japanese? Wake up, please! Tear is not happy about Recette. What? When's it? This game is cute. I don't know if it's good, but it's cute. Oh, Tear, good morning. We do not have time for good morning, Recette. Are you planning on spending the rest of your life dreaming of sweets? What a life, though. Honestly? The title is a play on Recettear. Oh. Maybe her name is Raquette, then? I guess if I turned on Japanese instead, I would know. We did? Oh yeah, we did. What did we do? I don't even remember. I've seen one dialogue, and it has immediately left my head. Merde. Tear's French? Of all the... Listen, go wash your face and make yourself presentable. And then join me downstairs in the storefront. Okay, I'll be right down. You've always pronounced it like reset the speedrun. That makes sense, honestly. Sorry I kept you waiting. Okay, Tear, let's open the shop right now. Capitalism ho! Yep, that is in fact the screenshot. Patience, Recette. It is a virtue you will need. We need to take care of a few matters before we open officially. Uh-oh. I gotta take care of things? It's not okay. Huh? Like what? Well, I somehow doubt that a store without anything to sell is going to attract all that much business. Oh yeah! We don't have anything to... Recette really isn't all there, is she? So, what do we do? To start with, we need to establish a stock of items for the store. If we have nothing to sell, we cannot claim to be much of a shop. She's like 9? Oh. Yeah, alright. I could cut her a little bit of slack then. I didn't realize the protagonist was 9 instead of like 16. Or whatever anime age is appropriate. That's true. So where should we go to get stocked up? The best way, I think, would be to visit either the town market or the Merchants Guild. We need to give our regards to the head of the guild regardless, so that should probably be our first stop. Oh, that's the place run by that old guy, right? The guild operates as a wholesaler for local merchants, so if we stop by, we can purchase an initial stock. It would not hurt to give our polite regards to the guild chief either. Okay, right, grovel. I'll write that one down. Especially since the guild is the organization that allows us to operate here in the first place. Okay, got it! Then let's go right now! When you want to leave the shop, head to the front door. Currently located in the upper right-hand corner of the store. Aw, but I wanted to leave through the window like an action hero. 2013, right? To Infinity and Beyond. When does this game come out? I played it in 2013. When did this game actually come out? 2010. Okay. When I say played, I mean went through some of the tutorial, I suspect. We're mad at Recette. Okay. Okay. And controller's not working? Confirm? Controller's not working? Controller is not working. Maybe there's a different Steam setting I can go... Oh my god. The blur, though. I'm gonna go into Steam settings and try again for the controller settings. XP Vista. True. True, it sure does. What kind of controller is this supposed to be anyway? Other than generic. What is it pretending to be? I don't know that it's pretending to be anything in particular. It's got R1 and R2 instead of like R and ZR. Is it a submarine controller? No, it's an 8-bit do. I'm borrowing it from a friend because I don't have... Like, my controller kind of stopped working. This game has so many fonts. It do have fonts. But the generic controller setting is not actually doing anything here. So maybe it's not a generic controller. Use Nintendo button layout. Oh. Swap the AB button and the XY button. Yikes. Maybe don't do that, though. Alright, I'll just play on the keyboard. It's fine. It's probably fine. 10,000 pix payment due. Oh yeah, this is a shop game, alright. W opens the same menu as escape. That's cool. What is this music? Going to a dungeon will take 2 periods of time. We're supposed to go to the Merchant's Guild. This action will not take any time. Oh, good. I love it when Merchant's Guild is free. Not only what is this music, but why is this music? Can I trash my bad items at the chapel? Probably. That sounds like what a chapel would do. Hello! A girl and a fairy. You two are... Yes, you're Recettear and that loan shark. Tyr is a loan shark? Alright, so we have Recettear and we have Tom Nook. Those are our 2 main characters. While that is not, well, an incorrect assessment, can I ask that you refrain from calling me a loan shark? I can't believe we let this loan shark into our house. You own this game and played it for 5 hours. Apparently I had played it for 73 minutes, Formal. That's right, mister. She and I are partners. Don't be mean. Partners. It seems questionable. Haha, forgive me. Forgive me. Partners it is. Still within refund range. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how I got it. So, I'm not even sure that a refund is real. So how are the preparations for running that shop coming along? Quite well, thank you. Wait, isn't there, like, a time limit on how long you can have acquired it? Like, this has been in my Steam library for over 10 years. So, I feel like it's probably beyond refund range. 30 days and 90 minutes. Okay, yeah. No, that ship has long since sailed then. In fact, we plan on opening today, so we stopped by in order to show our gratitude for your help. Ah, very good. You two know what's what. Not the 9-year-old. I don't think the 9-year-old knows what's what. You know very little. You like to live with your bad decisions. Totally fair. Sometimes you need that constant reminder. The only game you tried to refund was Darkest Dungeon. Okay, I can see that. Darkest Dungeon, I think, is a good game, but definitely not for everyone. If you have any problems, let me know. I'll be glad to help.
We appreciate your kindness. Thank you. We appreciate your kindness.
Thank you very much. I wonder if Recette struggled with appreciate. Is that too big a word for her? Not a problem at all. So you came straight here to pick up some merchandise, right? Well, up to the counter then. Let's get you two sorted.
This is our first time stocking up. Our funds are limited, so do not go completely overboard. I recommend purchasing no more than 10 items.
How much money do I have, actually? KO? Alright. I can talk. I love talking. Oh my god, I can talk about so many things. Fusions! Tell me about fusions. Once a few merchant levels are under your belt, you'll be able to fuse items here at the guild hall. I guess I don't have many merchant levels. There's quite a few items you can only get by using fusion, so I'd get real familiar with that furnace if I were you. Oh no. Remember, what you put in affects what you get out of fusion. If you put in some materials of, say, +2 quality, then you'll get an item of similar quality as the result. Oh no, there's quality levels. Keep an eye on what you're fusing, too. You don't want to waste good materials on some mediocre thing you can just buy somewhere. Another thing to keep in... Wow, this guy goes on. Another thing to keep in mind, it can be real tempting to keep your best quality items to yourself for personal use. But your customers know quality goods when they see them. You'll earn a lot of respect if you sell top-shelf merchandise. What does that have to do with fusion? There's a couple of stages to what you... Still going! Couple of stages to what you can pull off as you pick up some merchant levels. So experiment, and be sure to come back here often to see what you can make. Oh, are you going to tell me what I can fuse? That would be really convenient instead of having to experiment. You tried to refund Star Wars Squadrons, which took you more than 90 minutes of troubleshooting to find the VR support was bad. Oh no. If there's anything you don't know... Okay, I still don't know things. I guess tell me about merchant levels, since that seems to be important to be able to fuse things. And Lord knows I'm interested in fusion. Your merchant level is, well, your ability as a merchant. As it goes up, you'll figure out how to redecorate, or even expand your store. I gotta have merchant levels in order to move furniture around? Distressing. Heck, you might even be able to convince me to let you have a look at some of our more, premium items. Might I? This sounds like you're planning on it at some point in the future, Guildmaster. So how do you raise your level? Simple! Buy, sell, trade! This is an art you learn by doing. Yo, Senna! Thank you so much for the continued support. Welcome back to the adventuring party. 73 months is a heck of a lot of months. You wouldn't trust this guy with a 9-year-old? I'm certainly not going to trust this guy with a 9-year-old. As required by ancient law. Thank you for the bits. Very much appreciated. How you doing, man? I'm here to learn by doing, apparently. What is the guild? Do I actually want to ask these questions? I'm just gonna learn by doing. You've been better? Understandable. They got worn swords and long swords. Well, I can only buy one long sword, so maybe I'll just buy some number of worn swords. Oh god, stuff is expensive? And there's a lot of categories of things? Oh, Jesus. And I have 1,000 picks? That's not a lot of picks. 4-car pileup 10 days ago. Oh, yeah, you mentioned. Today you're feeling the concussion whiplash again? Yikes. My sympathies. Alright, I'm not going to buy any of the expensive things. Instead, I'm gonna try and buy some number of cheaper things. God, there's so many things. All right. Sure. I'll buy a sword and a staff and a glove and a clothes.
What?
And a scrap plate? What's this? This is Recettear. I have no idea what's going on, I'll be honest with you. This is an extremely old, PlayStation 1, I want to say? Game that eventually made it to PC.
And it's one of the oldest like shopkeeper games. You run a shop and you go into a dungeon and acquire stuff and put it in your shop. Buy an armband. And wool hat. Great. That's a lot of things. And I can sell it off here for far less than I bought it. Great. Right then. Will that be all?
Yep, this is perfect. We shall return when our stocks run low again.
I'm looking forward to it. Here, a little something extra as a startup gift.
Bread! Yay, walnut bread! Thanks a bunch!
Recette is going to eat the walnut bread, and I'm going to have no money. Ancestor of Moonlighter, then? Yeah, actually. I suspect this is one of the games that Moonlighter drew a fair amount of inspiration from. In fact, I would say that almost any game in which you are running a shop probably draws inspiration from Recettear. I don't know. I'm not positive about the timeline, but I think this might be the actual first game that did this kind of thing, that made it into any kind of public eye. All right, little lady, give him your all.
Capitalism, ho!
This is not the first time she's said this line.
Well, Adam Smith would be proud of us at any rate. Who is Adam Smith?
Do I need to know this person? Do I need to know history in order to play this game? Economist and philosopher. Born in 1723. Okay. Sure. As you say, lady. I don't know that. Do I not remember Civ 1? I've played a lot of Civ 1. I don't remember Adam Smith. This isn't the first one, but the ones before it were flops. I would agree with that. That sounds about right. Alright, am I just going home now? What if I go to the pub? What if I go literally anywhere besides home? Jerks. They made a wonder out of his customs house to mark the importance of his silly economic theory. I don't remember there being a customs Adam Smith in Civ 1. I'd believe it of one of the later Civs. Like, I'm not doubting you. I just don't think it was in the one game that I put hundreds of hours into.
Very well. It is time to give you a crash course on the basics of running an item shop. Okay, what do I do first?
Oh, he's the invisible hand of the market guy. Okay, cool. Good for him, I guess.
First, we need to put some items on display. If we do not have our goods out for people to see, we can hardly expect the customers to buy them after all. So I just need to get near these counters? Just so. Once you know where you wish to place something, choose what you wish to place in that spot by pressing the primary button. I have a primary button? What are my buttons, actually? Do I want to skip this event? Do I want to skip this event? No, I won't skip the event. God damn it, game abstractions. You will understand when you try it, trust me. Now remember, what you place will affect how people perceive the store. So think carefully before you place something. Why not line up what we purchased on one of the counters? Literally any counter? Probably the counters by the windows, right? Primary button? I could even sell a walnut bread. Oh no! I have already goofed. I have placed a single item, and Tira's like, whoa, 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 wait just a minute there. Those counters by the window. Items you place there are visible to anyone passing by on the street. As such, putting eye-catching items, the sort of thing that makes you think, I want to buy this more than anything, on those counters is a core principle of running a shop like this.
In a very real way, those counters are the face of the shop. But it sounds like, unlike Potionomics, I can still sell stuff off of those counters. Greatly affects interest. Very, very carefully. Okay, I'll be careful. I'm not going to be careful. Alright, that's as careful as I'm willing to be. Alright, that should do for displaying our wares. Are you sure it doesn't look dumb? It probably looks dumb. Do not worry. Everything looks good enough for a first attempt. Alright, we haven't failed yet. Everything's probably okay for now. Now, I need you to teach you how to actually sell things. That would be nice, yeah. The window items are more likely to sell. Okay, please, go sit at the counter. Now you need to learn how to actually sell things to people without embarrassing yourself. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? Okay, how many different variations on okay does Recette have? So to start with, I will lecture on the actual process of selling an item we have displayed. Yes, Professor. If the students do not listen, they do not get any credit. Right. Greet them with a nice big welcome. Welcome! Greeting the customer helps them to feel comfortable and relaxed while in the store. Their comfort is fundamental to our business. Remember that as we continue. Is greeting customers actually a mechanic? Now, a typical customer will find an item they want on our displays, and then they will come over to the counter to pay for it. Let me demonstrate. Could I get this? What they want will be in the target window. You will also be able to see the name and base price. I don't have one of those, Tier. You can't buy it. Pay close attention to that base price. Oh, I can haggle! I sure do love haggling. Expanded information. Show me expanded information. Great. I love expanded information. This information is extremely expanded. Highest sale price and lowest sale price. Custom.exe? That sounds like a virus. Listen, buddy, I didn't get to where I am in life by opening custom.exe willy-nilly. If I want to check my buttons, I gotta open a separate program? Tier, please. Your life is hard enough to control as it is. Wow. Boy, this dialogue hits hard. They are pulling no punches. Decide what price you wish to offer. In general, you want to try and name a price higher than the base. Try naming a price. I pressed a button, and Tier immediately interrupted me. You likely noticed that the base price serves as your default. To raise your offer, press up. Oh, okay. Up. 108% of base price. Yes, very good. That is how you adjust your offer. As might be obvious, if a customer is satisfied with your offer, it is a sale. You get a little bit of experience along with the money. If your price is too high, however, a customer can simply walk out. Learning to determine the proper price, there lies the challenge. Alright, speedrunner. Do I just always sell at like 120% or something? Is it simple, or is it not that simple? The actual most important thing is customer satisfaction. Generally, selling an item for 104% of its base price will get happy customers. Customer satisfaction dictates whether or not a customer will come back? Is that a thing? Alright, 104%. Thank you. You're perfect, Tiff. Not so much that they want to storm out, then you can negotiate. Okay. So if they don't want to buy, I can also, like, renegotiate maybe. Remember what I said about comfort earlier? That is the key here. Offer a price, but do not make it so outrageous that the customer feels you are not acting in good faith. So if they disagree but stay, offer a new price. Ideally, you will lower your offer a little, and they'll take it and give you a sale. Some customers may just be trying to sniff out a better price when they are really willing to pay your initial price, however. What? How rude! I can't believe they would try and game the system like that. Whether or not you risk testing that possibility is up to you. How long can you keep haggling? Well, that depends on how regular a customer the person in question is. Yup, okay. So I can't just rely on there always being new customers. Taking advantage of a 9-year-old like that, right? Can't believe they would do that. Any person who would take advantage of me like that isn't a customer I want to have. Bonus XP if I make the first offer. Oh, okay. So getting big combos is how you get your merchant level up. Wow, this is really, really good info. Thank you, Tiff. As we are starting out, you will not be able to haggle for very long. But after customers begin to trust us a little, you can haggle for a longer period of time. Well, time to put theory into practice. Okay. Welcome! Could I get this, please? Okay, I pick a price, right? Needs to be higher than the base price. Up button. God. Sure. Good. At this level, a customer will likely buy immediately. Customers also level up, and they get experience based on how close to their perfect price. How much variance is there in the customer's perfect price? Alright then, now for the fine art of haggling. Theoretically, what you wish to do is lower your price slowly. 5 points if you hit it perfectly exactly. Otherwise, 2 for getting close. And this is different per customer? Like, I need to know exactly what each customer's price is for each item they want? That's a lot to know. But as I mentioned, there's a limit to how long you can haggle. The idea is to deduce a customer's desired price and go from there. You say deduce the desired price, but how? How, Tier? How? A large number of stores sell at about 30% over base price. That's way higher. It's 104% for pretty much everyone. Okay, cool. And a large number of stores, so a lot of stores are selling at 130, and here I am selling at 104. Man, my stuff is gonna fly off the shelves. It is not a hard and fast rule, but people will usually accept that price level. Okay, so you're saying that the experience is more important than the money I'm making. I could be making a lot more money, and they would probably just accept, 120 or 125 at first offer. But the experience I get on the main character and on the customer, 2 different experience tracks, is more important than the money? Usually. Thanks, dear. If you can manage to go over that, you will make a lot of money, but you do not want to risk driving away a customer. Right then, so as a customer, I am haggling. Could you make it a little bit cheaper? Okay, gotta make it cheaper, but not too cheap. Yeah. There we are. Reducing to the price to this level makes a sale likely. Experience gets you access to higher base value items, and customer experience increases their budgets. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that makes some sense. Well, that covers just about everything. Now let us put the entire lecture into practice all at once. If you can sell me an item, you'll be ready for what lies ahead. Let us begin. Welcome to Recettear! Steel sword. Yes, an excellent price. Good, get out of here.
そうですね。ありがとうございましたよ。
Okay. Wow, that's 104 is actually really low compared to what the game is pitching you and to what people will accept. That's surprisingly far away for maximizing whatever it is you're trying to maximize. You're quite good for someone who's never done this before. Lady, I just press the buttons. We still have a little bit of time left today, so let us go ahead and open the store proper. If anyone comes in, simply handle them in the same way that we just practiced. Are you sure it'll be okay? Do not worry. As the saying goes, salesmanship is more of an art than it is a science. You learn as you go. I think people aren't going to haggle if I offer at 104. Like, Tier in the example accepted it straight out at 120. So I think not everyone will haggle. I will open us up. Go on and sit at the counter. Okie day! Hi there, what can I get you? The walnut bread! Absolutely. Just combo. 17 experience. You did well, really. Just the one walnut bread, huh? I sold stuff. Does Recette not have expressions? Or is she really that deadpan right here for this thing specifically? Me, Recette, I sold stuff. Like, to people. Hey, Tier. I'm so happy! You did it, Recette. You're like a real adult. I did it! Tier, I did it! Papa, I did it! Oh, no. And that's how we started running an item shop. Sure, I could wonder. You do understand how Tier and I first met. Alright. I beat the tutorial, thank you. I did. Easy Game Station. A tale of a fairy, a girl, and slowly advancing text. And how to run an item shop. So is all of my initial money coming from Tier? Is that what's going on? At, like, criminally high interest rates? Because I would firmly believe that. That sounds completely plausible. 3 months since... Did he go to the corner store for cigarettes and then not come back? I'm sorry, Recette. I don't get why he suddenly said, I'm gonna be a hero, and then took off without saying when he'd be back. I really hope he's okay. I'm getting lonely. How has the 9-year-old survived on her own for 3 months, honestly? I would have died. Like, me at 9 years old, if my parents just left one day, I would not have survived. Well, I shouldn't worry too much about him. The best thing about him is how tough he is. He'll be okay. But? Papa wouldn't knock. Who's that? Hi. Yes, who is it? There's nobody here. The tale of the phantom knocker. But at my feet... Oh yeah, tiny fairy. Good evening. You are Mademoiselle Recette Lemongrass?
Sure. I guess Tyr is French.
Miss Fairy? Pardon me, but I am the one asking questions.
Ooh. Strict.
Yes, I'm Recette. I am an agent of the Term Finance Company.
They sent a debt collector who is now living with me and helping me run an item shop?
I am here to collect payment on a loan paid out to your father. Here is the contract and my identification. Loan? Repayment? In plainer terms, I am here to get our money back.
Alright, so this is basically the same premise as Potionomics. Which, understandable.
If you are incapable of facilitating repayment, this house will be seized as collateral in order to repay the loan. Collateral?
These are words that Reset does not understand.
Seize?
Oh no, we found one she understands.
でも
But Papa isn't...
Should probably play Potionomics at some point. I really enjoyed Potionomics. It was, longer than I expected, all things considered. But I don't think it overstayed its welcome. And the dating game part is really fun.
He's not here. Yes, I see that now. Monsieur Lemongrass disappeared following a fracas atop the local volcano, so we assumed he might have returned here.
File photo term finance. Is this from a previous game? Like, is this actually... is Papa Lemongrass the protagonist from some other game?
Even if he is not, however, the contract covers this eventuality. As the sole remaining member of this household, we shall require that you pay his debts in his stead.
Papa not very good at determining good contracts.
But how am I supposed to... I barely have enough money to live by. Naturally, we are not demanding it all be repaid at once. There is still a small amount of time before any payment is due. Therefore... Am I gonna get sold off in parts to distant foreign lands? Yup, immediately sold into slavery, Recette. Wonder if I can survive with only 2 internal organs.
Which 2? I mean, that's... You're gonna have to be more specific here.
Maybe if I eat a lot of spinach, that can replace my blood.
I don't want to be a sailor! This is really over the top.
話を聞いてください
No wonder Tyr is sick of Resette's bullshit.
Please listen to me for a moment. I have no clue where you are getting these ludicrous ideas from. But I would never do such a thing. Quite the opposite, in fact. I was sent here to ensure that you wouldn't have to resort to such, well, absurd methods to pay us back.
Very 9-year-old logic? Yeah, kinda.
But what? I have been sent to support you to the fullest of my ability so that you may repay the debt via labor. But I've never worked a single day in my life!
Yeah, kind of 9-year-old, right?
Experience has no bearing in this case. All that matters is whether or not you are willing to work.
Yeah, standard.
If you do not wish to work, then that is it, the house's terms. And I will have to ask you to leave the premises. As the saying goes, those who do not work do not eat. So, Miss Lemongrass, which will it be? Work or the house?
Damn.
I'll work. Splendid.
でも
But I don't even know what I could do. Actually, I already have an idea on that front. You are aware, of course, that the city is an adventuring hub. In addition, this house faces out onto one of the main city lanes. Therefore, I propose converting the house into an item store. Okay. Really? A lot of cutscenes. It's a good thing they're skippable, though. Mademoiselle Lemongrass? Recette has left. Recette is gone. Recette wants nothing to do with this either. She's only gone for a little while to do market research. Where could she have gone? I'm being silly. Of course she fled. Why wouldn't she? Yeah, now it's time. That means you get the house, though, Tyr. Worth it. All I did was threaten to take away everything she ever knew and loved. Asking her to turn the house into an item shop was foolish. Even if it was to repay the debt. Poor girl must be terribly confused. I mean, she is, but that seems like a standard state of affairs. I don't think that's your fault here. And on top of that, her father is probably... Wait, outside? She's making signs. Amazing. Yayness? Oh. Hey, Tyr, look, it's done. What is that? It's our shop sign, of course. Doesn't it look cool? You can't be a shop without one of these, you know. Yes, well, it is quite well made. However, I didn't realize that 9-year-old Recette was going to be that handy. That's pretty good. I've always been good at making stuff. Have you? Wild. We should be leveraging that, not like selling stale bread from the Merchants Guild. Be that as it may. While the sign is nice, She is great at fusion. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, fusion is the reason to play this game. Probably. I don't know, man. I just like crafting. Huh? Is there a problem? Well, the name. You're quite sure you've thought that through. Well, we're partners, right? You said so. So put Recette and Tyr together and Recettear. Isn't it neat? Well, that is to say, the sentiment is commendable, but Tyr does not want to be that invested. It's the two of us opening the store, so the name should reflect that, right? Tyr's like, lady, I already have a job. You don't like it. Really, it's not that, but, well, that is... Then it's decided! Recettear ho! Recettear. Mispronounce it even slightly, and... Ah! They're making the joke! They're making sure you don't miss the joke! This job is going to be even more absurdly difficult than I originally suspected, I fear.
突然やってきた小さなフェアリーさんは私の日常をちょっぴり刺激的なものにしてくれた。
Pretty cool. I don't want to skip the event. I just want to save. Just in time for stream to not be over. What's up, Calaman? Thank you so much for the continued support. Welcome back to the adventuring party. Moral of the story is don't have a deadbeat dad. I'll get right on it. Recette just wants to sleep. I get it. I get it. Aw, she's dreaming of the item shop. Got a haircut and some tasty food? Sounds great. I'm looking forward to getting some tasty food on my own. As soon as it'll let me save. Oh, we're gonna get some mileage out of that sound clip, aren't we? Who's up first? Right, good morning. The clock does not have a good morning hand. You can't handle a little politeness in the morning? Come on, Tyr. Just say good morning back to her. So mean. What a slave driver. Recette, you are the proprietor of an item shop now. She's still 9, though. You must learn to be responsible and not sleep the day away. Recette's like, whatever you say, lady! Why in the name of heaven are you smiling so much? Trust Tear to be unhappy that Recette is happy. Smile you had while sleeping is just getting bigger. Oh, no reason. I just think I saw something nice in my dreams. What did you see in your dreams? I think Recette saw her and Tear running an item shop successfully together and living happily ever after with her new mom. Capitalism is a system that works for people who own property. Yeah, no jokes. Tear, let's give it our all. Well, if you're really dedicated to making this work, wash yourself and meet me downstairs.
Hi.
Will do.
さあ、仕事しますよ。今日も頑張っていこう。
So I have an item stuff. Shop. And stuff. And shop. And whatever. I got all the stuff. Got all the shop. It's all cool and awesome. So what do I do now? That is up to your judgment. If you sit at the counter, we can open immediately. Or we can reorganize the shop. Or we could even go search for new stock around town. Or elsewhere. Ah, that's a ton of options. How do I choose? It is as I said earlier. Running a place like this is more of an art than it is something you can simply follow a map through. Simply pick something. We will deal with what comes. Well, okay. Cool. So you just immediately get to play the game. That's good.
セーブします。
47 minutes. That's a decent chunk of tutorial. Loop 1? Can't believe they would just put that on the save file. Blatantly. In front of you. What's up, Sainiku? Yes, it is in fact Recettear. Apparently Tiff used to speedrun this game. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing for the last hour of my game. Because I didn't want to play any more Last Starship. So I got through the tutorial of Recettear. The sun hasn't exploded yet? That's true, and we've been going for way longer than 22 minutes. This game is great? Well, I don't know about great. I've actually heard a lot of really mixed things about Recettear. Overall, I would expect the game to be a fun time, but I suspect it's maybe more grindy than you would want for a modern game. But then again, I have played, you know, all of 47 minutes, so what do I know? What happened with Last Starship? So they released a new mode in Last Starship, which is Industry Mode, which is, there's not, like, time pressure, there's no anomaly building, and you're trying to just accrue resources and build a Stargate, but they only had the first few phases of the Stargate live, so I got to the end of the amount of content they had in that mode. Yeah, I have not gotten to the game yet. No, I fully agree. But yeah, I got to the end of the content in Last Starship in that mode, and didn't really feel like starting the regular version anymore. Now, after 47 minutes of tutorial and story at the game. Presumably, this is, what, like, a minute and a half of mashing escape during the actual speedrun to get to this point? But yeah, I'll probably... I might pick up more of this. I might put this down as an afternoon game for a little bit. We can play around with this. But I do believe that is going to be it for now. Since it is in fact past that time. So, I guess exit game is just actually exit the game. Returning to title screen, yes. Take me back to the title screen. I have an item encyclopedia? Sure. Now I can see all the things I've collected. Not that there's that many of them. God, there's so many categories of things. Holy crap. You might try speedrunning again? How much has the route changed since the last time you played, Tiff? Do you think there's like a lot more tech in the game than there was when you were speedrunning it earlier? I'll watch your speedrun streams though. I like watching speedruns. And I think I don't care that much about spoilers for this kind of game, given I'm asking the speedrunner for advice on the very beginning anyway. But yeah, this game is cute enough. Like, I don't mind putting a little bit in it. You don't think anyone has run it since you? Oh no. Dead game, huh? Alright, well, cool. This was a productive final hour. I feel good about this. But yeah, that's gonna be